Hey everybody, David here, and this week I'm broadcasting to you from my Star Wars Star Destroyer. How cool is that, man? Especially seeing that the movie's coming out in less than a month. I figured, seeing that I just saw the new trailer, man, why not just step into my Star Destroyer and make this week's video for you guys? So here we go, week 48, which is November 30th through December 6th. So, last week, I got all of the games loaded. We had 3 games last week. Like I said, there's not going to be a lot of weeks with 3 games. Now, last week, I did a virtual reality game with the Oculus Rift here, and it was so fun. And I'm sorry for those of you who watched and got really dizzy. Because I actually got dizzy several times also. Even though I'm dizzy most of the time anyway, there were several times where I was on my chair going, whoa, I think I'm going to fall off. Especially when it would kind of lock up for a split second, and it only happened a couple times. But I was like, whoa, I think I'm going down. But no, it wasn't. So that would have been a great, funny thing to see. I mean, that would have been funny as hell. But virtual reality game is up. Check it out. It's in its beginning stages. They are going to be working on it quite a bit, but for a starter, for just starting this app, Alt Space VR, they've done a great job. Also, the Rise of Tiamat game, 11 episodes were just uploaded last night. We played for almost 7 hours on Friday, and that's going to be the great thing about this new schedule. Playing on Saturday and Sunday now, that I don't have 5 games to prep for a week, I can, concentrate more on the 2 games that I do and the other third game every once in a while. And you're going to see nothing but the quality of the games go up, which I've already actually seen that already. And I'm really happy the way Rise of Tiamat's going. So we had 11 episodes last week. Had a great time. They got through a lot of the Tomb of Daedarius, which is really good. Sunday we did Scales of War. We're kind of winding down Scales of War. We have about, I would say, three or so, 3 maybe 4 shows left on that, sessions. And then we will probably go ahead and do Rise of Tiamat on both Saturday or Sunday, or we may go ahead and start back Titan's Grave or Princes of Apocalypse. So there's a couple options there, and I'm going to give it to the players, my players on Saturday to make up the mind on what they want to play on Sunday. So, all right. So, what I want to do this week is explain to you how the new schedule works. There's a lot of people that are confused about how the new schedule is going to work, and I'll try to do this as quickly as I can. A couple weeks ago I announced that I am stepping back and still going to be streaming, but I'm going to be doing less Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons takes a long time to prep, especially the way that I like to do games. And doing 4 games a week, 5 games a week, I'm putting in excess of over 100 hours a week into this, and it's just too much. I've noticed my health go down. I've noticed a lot of things. I basically don't do anything but this from the time I get up to the time that I go to bed. There's no organization with my schedule. It's just whenever I get up, whenever I decide to go to sleep. I can't do that anymore. I'm starting to feel like hell all the time. And when your son tells you, Dad, you look like hell, you need to start rethinking things. So the last 2 weeks have been really good, and I've been able to rejuvenate myself. I've gotten more sleep probably in the last 2 weeks for, sleep-wise hours in years. And it's been... I've been doing this for, I'd say I've been doing this for 27, 28 months now. And it's pretty tiring to do, guys, especially when you're doing it, a Twitch channel and maintaining a YouTube channel with 2,700 videos. It's a lot of work, guys. and I'm a one-man operation, so that's why I've decided to calm it down. So Monday through Thursday, I'm still going to be doing stuff on Twitch. Even when I go back to work in January, I'll still be able to stream for a couple hours at night. And I plan on doing that. I plan on doing Sword Coast Legends, Card Hunter, whatever else. Divinity Original Sin, the new multiplayer. I'll be doing Pillars of Eternity, all the cool RPG stuff. I might even start breaking out the old Neverwinter and stuff too. Neverwinter, I think it's Neverwinter Nights. My son got me that about a year ago. So I have that too, and I haven't even started playing it because I just haven't had time. I haven't had time to play computer games really at all. So that's what's going to be happening on Monday through Thursday. Now the days that are going to be D&D related are going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is a flex day. So Friday is my flex day, as in there will be either an open night where I will do like Cards of Humanity, or we'll do something else with, I'll invite the viewers in for, I'll DM some stuff on Sword Coast Legends, or I'll do like a DM workshop, or I'll do one of my 2 new games that I'll be doing like once a month. So I'll be doing that Alt Space virtual reality campaign once a month on Friday, and also I'll be doing the new celebrity game once a month, which actually starts this week on the 4th will be our very first session. So those are going to be the only 2 games that will be on Friday. Maybe I might, once I get everything going on Patreon and stuff, I may go ahead and do maybe once every couple months a special game, which would be like a one-shot, which is involving my world and my setting. So I may do that once every couple months too. Now for Saturday, that is going to still be the same time at 4 o'clock. And the great thing about Saturday is instead of going from 4 to 8 and me just totally having to rush and upload videos and then crash and get to bed at a minimum of like 4 o'clock, it's just crazy. Now we're going to be able to play this game later, and it's really nice. So Saturdays will be 4 o'clock till whenever, and that's what we did last week. I think we played till 10:30 or close to 11. So we played almost 7 hours of D&D. It was super fun. It was probably my longest session that I ever had. One solid session, probably the longest that I've ever done as a DM. Not played. I've played like 2 days straight. So next, Saturday is going to be the Rise of Tiamat. We are going to complete that in its entirety before we move on. I have a couple open-ended games, especially with the schedule change. I have a Titan's Grave game that is in hiatus, a Out of the Abyss game that's in hiatus, Princes of Apocalypse that's in hiatus, and also, if you guys remember, months and months back, the Pathfinder Emerald Spire adventure is also in hiatus. So we will eventually bring all of those back, and it will be on Saturday and Sunday. So that's going to be Saturday, Rise of Tiamat, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till whenever. Now Sunday is the Scales of War campaign. That's Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition. Now that's also at 4 p.m. and we'll play till whenever. Now that game is starting to come to a close. That is a level 1 through 30 campaign series, and this first series is a level 1-2 adventure. And when we are done with this first part of the Scales of War, which is called the Rescue at Rivenroar, when we finish that in 3 or 4 sessions, then that is going to open up Sunday. We will not continue. We will continue down the line Scales of War, but not until a lot of the other games that I have already started finishes. So that's why I made a decision to move that game from Thursday to Sunday and finish it, because there's only about 4 sessions left. But that game will be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till whenever, and whenever that is done, then the players are going to have the choice to do either Rise of Tiamat on both Saturday and Sunday, or maybe we'll start the Titan's Grave game back up because it is almost complete. And maybe even bring back Princes of Apocalypse on Sunday. Out of the Abyss will be back also, but that is pretty much, that was the newest game started, and that's going to be the last one to start. And I don't know if we're gonna restart that or what, but because it was so close to the beginning on starting Out of the Abyss, but it will be played. That is for sure. So that's Sunday. So that's how the schedule is going to work, everybody. Monday to Thursday, I'm going to do video games. You know, and I did this about 6 months ago, and I never followed through with it when I should have, but I never did. And I went back to 4 and 5 games a week because when you're doing something that you love to do, you just kind of ignore everything else. And I ignored everything in my life. I ignored, my health. I've ignored my friends, I've ignored my family, all for this, and I can't do that no more. I just can't. So that's why I'm back down to a reasonable, very reasonable 3 days a week for D&D. All right, so that is the schedule, and that is explained as much as in much detail as I can explain it to you. So I hope there's no more confusion on the schedule for my weekly streams. Okay, now the website and the Twitch channel, you're going to see some new graphics. You're going to see some other stuff too. So look for that. Hopefully actually there's no hopefully. It will be done this week because now that I have Monday to Thursday to work on this kind of stuff, it will be done. So website will be done. That means all of the new Sword Coast Adventures guides, level 1 through 20 characters, all the new archetypes, they're going to be on the website too. The Barbarian was just uploaded, and the rest of those will be uploaded in the next couple days. And a quick shout out to Poten for making all 220 of those character sheets, 240 of those character sheets. I thank you so much, man. You've saved me so much time, and I'm still waiting for that email because I want to give you some games or some token packs or something. So don't forget, send me that email, buddy. And I want you to have it. Believe me, I thank you for doing this. All right, next. The Patreon. I mentioned Patreon. I've mentioned Patreon a couple weeks. Next week, after the website and Twitch are done, I'll be redesigning the Patreon website where I'm going to be creating my own world. I'm still in the process of finding a rule set. I've got 4 different rule sets that I'm looking at, and it's all about getting a license to make the rule set. Either it's going to be the Age for Fantasy Age, Savage Worlds, or the Cipher system, or 3.5 OGL. So I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. It's going to pretty much be the one that I really need to think long and hard on this, because when I start making the game, I can't change halfway through it. So this is a very long process of me figuring out what I need to do with that. So there you go. That will be starting next week on Patreon, and you'll be able to eventually get all of the. If you're a Patreon contributor, you'll be able to get all of the monthly content that I'm going to be putting on that. Whether it be adventures or monsters, little like miniature monster codexes, or items, or towns with maps, all that good stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now, also, I'd like to talk about Friday. We had our Torquemada fundraiser, and I'd like to thank everybody. We raised in 12 hours. I streamed from noon to midnight on Friday, and the community came together. And if you guys don't know who Torquemada was Kel Kasim. That was in my D&D 5th edition Princes of Apocalypse game that was on Friday night. Well, he was battling cancer, and he lost his battle with cancer, and he died about a month ago. So we did a fundraiser, decided that would be a great thing to do, and we raised over $425. That's a lot of money from the community. And guys, I love you guys, and I so appreciate it. And I've got a couple more people that are emailing me checks so I can add to the total. And then once I get a grand total, I'll give you guys the grand total, and then I'm going to mail it to Torquemada's wife. And the great thing about this is she has no clue whatsoever that I'm sure she knew that he played D&D because I sent him. He won like D&D books and stuff in the mail, and he actually won one just like a week before that he passed away. So I know she. I know that she knew. I know that she knows that he played D&D, but it's going to be pretty cool when she gets that letter with a check from our community to help him out. And I didn't go through any of that fund me crap or anything because they take like 20%, 30%, and I don't think that's fair. So if you guys want to make any other donations, make a donation on the Twitch stream or my website, and I'll make sure it's added to the total, and then I'll give you guys a grand total as soon as I get the other. The folks that don't like to use PayPal, whenever I get their checks, I'm going to add it to the total, and then I'm going to round it up to whatever. So if it's if it's $450, I'll round it up to 500, or maybe even more. So if it's 505, I'll round it up to 600, so she gets an even number. So, but thank you guys again. I totally appreciate it, and it's nice that the community could come together for one of the players. It's so humbling to do something like that and help out a family. So it's really awesome. Thank you guys. All right, so what's going on this week? All right, tonight, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, like I said, we'll be doing Card Hunter, Sword Coast Legends, and also we'll be doing some Cards Against Humanity. So I want to try to do as much multiplayer stuff as I can with the community Monday to Thursday, and also Friday. Now Friday, like I said, is the flex day. This Friday is our first celebrity game, and this is a celebrity game that I've been invited to Dungeon Master, and I am totally stoked. I'm totally nervous, and I'm excited to do this. These are big names in the tabletop game industry, and the names are Jen Page. She is a cosplayer. She's been in a lot of the Monty Cook videos and stuff. So Jen Page is going to be in the game. Also, Rachel Ventura. She is from Legendary Games. They do a lot of created content for different OGL licenses, and they are now getting in with Fantasy Grounds and putting their modules to Fantasy Grounds for super cheap. They just put two 5e modules on Fantasy Grounds, and they're $3.99, and they're like 40-50 page modules. I mean, they're great modules too. Really good content. So Rachel Ventura from Legendary Games, she'll be in the game also. Now next will be Jonathan, and that is Jonathan Nelson from AdventureWeek.com, and he is the president and CEO and owner, and they have a beautiful 3.5 Pathfinder OGL website with hundreds and hundreds of adventures, and you can get a $10 a month subscription and have access to everything on that site. He's got his own Aventir setting. It's a really well done site. Next is going to be Wolfgang Bauer. Yes, Wolfgang Bauer from Wizards of the Coast. Worked with them. Worked with every company just about. He's a huge name. He owns Trollord Games, and he just put out the Tomb of Beast, and I can't wait to get my hands on that next year. It is going to be a beautiful book, and he is also going to be in the game. Amazing. And last but not least, Chris Pramus. Chris Pramus from Green Ronin Publishing. I always thought it was Green Ronin. And then when we were all talking for the first time in TeamSpeak, Wolfgang said something about Green Ronin, and then I asked Chris, I said, is it really Green Ronin or is it Green Ronin? Because I think I might have been saying it wrong for like the last 10 years. And he goes, yep, it's Green Ronin. I had to choose a name that nobody could pronounce, just like my last name. Because I guess a lot of people think his name is Promise or something like that, but it is Pramus. So he's the creator of the Dragon Age tabletop game. He is the creator of the Age system. He was a co-creator of Titan's Grave, of the Freeport setting. He is the face of the name of D&D 3.0. I mean, huge names, guys, and I've been fans of these people for so many years, and I'm so nervous to DM this game. Super, super, super nervous, and I'm super stoked. So it's going to be fun. We're going to be using Fantasy Grounds, and we're going to have a good time. There will be a lot of banter in that game. I'm very positive of that. So that's going to be going on Friday night. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern till probably about 11, maybe 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Now, Saturday is going to be Rise of Tiamat again. Like I said, it's going to run 4 p.m. till whenever. We are going to continue on with the Tomb of Diderius. They are almost done with that, and then they're going to continue on. We'll have to see. So that is going to be Saturday, once again, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till whenever. There's no end time on these weekend games anymore. Last but not least, Sunday is the Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, the Scales of War campaign. We will be picking that up. Last night we had some problems with Fantasy Grounds. I ran the patcher. Actually, I ran it a couple times, and it downloaded a bunch of 4E files. So I think somehow the 4E rule set got corrupt, but with all of the corrections and the files that were downloaded, hopefully everything will be working perfectly again like it's always worked. So, and that'll be Sunday from 4 p.m. to whenever, and that's D&D 4th edition. So that's it for this week. I have one last thing. For all of you people that have watched the entire video, I want to do a couple giveaways this week on YouTube. So, tell me in the comments section down below what virtual tabletop that you use. Do you use Roll20? Do you use D20 Pro? Do you use Fantasy Grounds? Do you use something else? Put your comments down in the comments section, and also tell me why you like it. And I'll choose a couple names next week and give out a couple Steam games, maybe a couple Devon Knight token packs. So kudos to all you guys that hung in there for 24 minutes almost to watch this entire video. So leave a comment in the section down below. I'll choose a couple names randomly next week and announce it in week 49's video. Thank you guys again. Totally appreciate it. Thank you guys for all of the support with the Torquemada fundraiser. Much love, man. You guys are awesome. So, see you guys tonight for Sword Coast Legends, or maybe some Card Hunter, or maybe even some filthy Cards Against Humanity. Peace, guys.